Uncle, what are you doing? Uncle, what are you doing? Just go around, pop, pop, pop. What the hell is she doing? I think she's trying to die. I think in the end, she wants to die. There's a side of me that thinks that Anko wants to be a martyr. I think that's where they're kind of pegging this whole thing. I don't know, though, because it feels like this feels so unprepared. There's a side that feels like this is so unprepared. I mean, it's probably going to turn to a moment where suddenly out of nowhere she goes, it's all according to Keikaku because she's a genius and whatnot. But it feels like this is so unprepared. Because it was a side of me that was wondering what she was doing. Is the bullet's going to be special somehow? Because she said there was 2 ways of killing a vampire. And so I thought that something special was going to happen when she shot Nico. But then Nico gets up and then she's like, where'd the lady go? And then they're meeting together and stuff. And I was thinking maybe possibly it was going to make her lose her memories or something like that. And then suddenly it's going to be some big twist. No, she's just going around popping them and then inciting them and then running off laughing and seemingly having her last meal. Like, that's what it felt like by the end of the episode. Like, she's running around laughing and just ditching them. And then she goes back to the club where she seemingly knew where Nazuna was going to be. I think there's 2 ways to kill a vampire. This is my current theory. There's 2 ways to kill a vampire. The first one, find their weakness, present that weakness to them. It draws them back to their days of being human, and then you're able to take them out. The second way I think that Anko's talking about is exposing them. Letting the public know about vampires, the existence of vampires, bringing them to the light. Which, again, that element, I don't know. I don't know if I want to fully commit to that because, again, this feels very unprepared. How are people going to find out about this? Again, she shot Nico, and then Nico gets up, and everybody's like, wow, what's going on? Is there a film in a Melvia or something like that? Like, this is Japan. We were like, was that even a gut? They don't have a clue. Like, nobody knows what happened there. It feels too unprepared. Again, I think it almost feels as if she's giving up. And again, I think it's all around what Ko, gravitated to. Wait, it's Halloween. This is the same day. And again, that shot of Anko back at her apartment. That was, she wants to die. I think there's 2 sides. She wants to expose the vampires by becoming a martyr, and she also wants to die. Things aren't working out like she wanted them to. Sees Harada-sensei, says, hey, how's it going? Let's just break it. Let's just break it all. Everything's coming back to her, and she just decides to break. That's where I think it's kind of leaning towards. And I think it's going to turn to Nazuna having to snap her out of it. Having to pull her out of where she's currently at. But we'll see. But, yeah, also... Oppai Deka! Oppai Deka! I got a huge kick out of that. I was actually interesting, guys. I actually checked the manga for this segment of the story, and that wasn't Akira. Akira was not there. Ko was not with Akira this entire time. He was with this other chick. The one that Anko saved, the one from the classroom, Nico's classroom. Apparently Ko in the manga has already met that girl, and he's hanging out with her. So I don't know what the anime is doing. I almost meant to go back and read to find out why are we skipping the fact that Ko knows her? Unless he just literally ran into her just now and they decided to hang out together. But again, Akira's not even there. Like, what is all this stuff? Because it almost played out this entire scenario as if he's introducing everybody to Akira and she's going, holy crap, you know a lot of people. But anyways, let's get to the episode proper, opening up with, Anko confronting, not Nazuna specifically, but she was there for Ko. She comes there and basically says, hey, you got yourself a new friend there. And again, specifically targets Ko and says, I came here to talk to you. I have a grudge against vampires, and I don't want to kill humans. I'm only here to kill vampires, and I don't want to hurt you. Stay out of the way. Then, of course, Ko announces, no, I've decided to spend the rest of my life with Nazuna. Ooh, bold. But yes, then we cut over to Nazuna meeting with all the different vampires, Nico and all them. And yes, reveals to all of them that she did, in fact, know who Anko is. And again, this was kind of a shocker because I kind of thought that Nazuna had completely forgotten about Anko. But apparently, according to her, it was more of a fact that she didn't want to come to terms with it. She did not want to accept that this girl that she knew a long time ago, Meishiro, had spent the last 10 years with a massive grudge against vampires. She didn't want that. So when she's seen Anko and Anko just desperately wants to kill vampires, she's like, oh crap, she's been suffering for the last 10 years. She didn't want it to be true. That literally was the case. Like Sari's like, man, you should have told us because it put Akihito in danger. Sorry. Wait, she's acting weird. Suddenly out of nowhere, Nazuna's being nice and being very understanding and actually communicating with them and revealing all these really dark secrets about herself. and nobody knows how to respond to it. Kind of showing that Nazuna has become part of the group. Again, because they imply with the first season that Nazuna, even though she's technically a part of them, has never really communed with them, has never really sat down and conversed with them. Absolutely love the fact that at some point Kabura in her mind is thinking, Nazuna, you make me so proud. Confirmed right there. I was talking about this before. I talked about it to death, but yes, sign right there, confirmation right there. Kabura does love Nazuna as sort of like a child. This is my daughter. She's proud of her. Again, they keep playing it out as if Kabura doesn't want to have anything to do with her. But no, Nazuna is important to her. And it sucks again because they imply the idea that Kabura, once Nazuna does finally turn a human to a vampire, she's going to feel fulfilled at that point and then she's able to leave. Again, completely leave. And I hope this is a sign here that no matter what happens, she's going to stay at Nazuna's side. That's still her daughter. But I was so happy when that popped up. I'm like, did that just say what I thought? I had to double take it, go back. Wait. Did Kabura just say that? She did. I was so happy. Anyways, yes, Nazuna asked that they let her handle it before she leaves. They all confirm that everybody has taken care of their weaknesses and that they're going to communicate to each other. And then we have the scene with Ko and Akira, where at some point he's questioning if there's another way of killing vampires. Before, again, Akira shows up, talks about how Makiru apparently is sleeping in class, apparently helping at his family shop. Sus, I'm kind of wondering if possibly he's wrapped up with Kiku right now, but that aside, that's when Ko suddenly has a realization, oh, that's right, Halloween's coming up, the day that Anko's family died. Her birthday. That was the day where all this stuff happened. I don't know why this triggers Ko to suddenly rush and go tell everybody. That's what I actually looked in the manga to find out if there was some additional idea in there as to why this suddenly made him go, oh, I gotta tell the vampires when her birthday is because she might do something on that day. I don't know. I guess it could be in the idea that he just feels that she's going to be very unstable because, yes, the day that your family dies in a gruesome death is going to be a day that's always the worst for you. It's just like if you lose a loved one, the day of that happening, for a lot of people, it sticks in your mind every single year. This is the night that it happened. This is the day that they died in that accident. And it makes you really, really depressed. Sure enough, yes, like we see, Anko literally points the gun at her head. That's how bad she is right now. But again, the connection as to that she's going to do something, I don't know. But again, he tells Nico, he's like, thank you for telling me. But then we cut over to the Halloween party, where the Halloween party and the streets are full. And again, we see the girl from the classroom and she's being hit on by some dude. And then Anko shows up, beats the crap out of the dude, punches him. Hey, you're a married dude. Knows everything about the guy. She's like a private detective. I know all the information about you. And it's a lighter gun. It's a lighter gun, but it's not really a lighter gun. I mean, apparently she has two different ones. But anyway, she ends up taking the dude's outfit. And then we cut over to Ko and Akira. Apparently Akira is there with him. And they're just walking around the streets. End up running into all the different vampires. First we run into Midori and Hatsuka. And again, Midori puts him in a vampire outfit, which apparently that's why he's in the key art like that. And then, yes, puts Akira into a maid outfit. Chef kiss. Midori's like, oppa, that guy. You told me to put this outfit on. Yeah, I did. But they're so huge. That was funny. That was actually really funny. But yeah, then they run into Seri and Akihito, and yeah, she's just freaking out like, oh, you have a Gyaru friend now? What the heck? We run into Kabura, run into Nico, and it's just Akira finding out how many different people that Ko has run into, which again makes me kind of wonder how that happened in the manga, because again, that seems to be important how Akira finds that Ko has all these vampire friends. They didn't specify that we're vampires, but he did specify they are friends of Nazuna, which does imply that they are vampires. But yeah, that's when Nico bumps into Anko. Anko's disguised, says, been a while, Hirata-sensei. Pop. It wasn't a lighter. It wasn't a lighter. Again, I was like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Is the bullet going to be, like, garlic infused? Is it going to be, like, I don't know, the presence of something else will cause her to lose her memories or something like that? Because Nico gets back up pretty quickly. But it like, what did this solve? Like, it wasn't clicking in my brain. Why did Anko do this? Like, there gotta be a reason why she would do something that in the front of a crowd. Why? But yeah, they cut over and we see Seri and Akihito. Seems like she's trying to push him to learn how to feed for himself. And they talk about cosplay, and he's like, oh, cosplay as a cop. And then Anko shoots her. And I'm going, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, my brain's not connecting as to what is Anko even doing? What is the purpose here? And again, it wasn't until she runs off and she starts laughing, and I'm going, either she's trying to expose them for being vampires by firing at them in the middle of the street so everybody sees it and go, these people just got back up after being shot. But again, no, everybody thinks it's all film. They think it's a show. They don't think it's real. There's no blood. They don't have a bullet hole in their head. Why would they suspect anything? Again, it goes to my theory that I think she's trying to end it or be a martyr for everybody. But again, why would she go to the clubhouse away from everybody if she wanted to do that? It's super weird. It's super weird. But yeah, Nico, Ko, and Sari end up meeting up to talk about going after her. Again, it doesn't make any sense to even him. Ko's like, a gun can't kill them. Why is she using a gun? It doesn't make any sense why they're doing this. But in the end, Sari's like, I don't care. She's attacking us. She got to go. We got to get rid of her. She planned her attack knowing we can't risk to fight back in front of people. It seems like Sari is getting the impression that she's doing it purposely to bait them in the middle of the streets, in the public, to attack her and expose their vampires. Again, that was my theory earlier. The other way to kill a vampire is to expose they are vampires. I don't know. It seems to kind of add to it more. But yeah, Sari's pretty dead set on doing it. Akihito is pretty mad because shot my girl. Shot my girl. I don't know about your sentiments here, but I don't like the fact that she hurt Sari, so I'm on board with this whole thing. Seems like Nico's not all for it because she wants to respect the wishes of Nazuna, because Nazuna asked them that she handle it. But they all go after her. And again, it cuts over to Anko, and she's just running through the streets. She's laughing. It seems like she's having a ball with this whole thing. There's almost feels like a sense of a panic. Like she knows they're after her. She's just freaking out because she just ran into Akihito and just threw the trash can on top of him. He's not used to fighting her. She just like throws some sand at him and then throw a trash can on his head and just ran off. It gave a sense of her just running on adrenaline and then eventually having to get a drink at a cafe, quick draw, and then back to running again. It really did feel like she was just having a ball and just running with it and just high on the adrenaline. Again, it gives me a feeling that she's planning on dying or she wants to die. But yeah, she ends up at the club and runs into Nazuna. Yo, Holmes, Watson. Crazy episode, because it sucks because so much happened in this episode and I have no clue what the writer's doing right now. I have no clue what they're doing with Anko's character right now. Again, I'm 80-20. I'm 80-20 right now. 80% she just wants to end it. She wants to end herself. And yes, part of that could be to be a martyr at the same time that vampires exist. But if that was the case, this is the worst way to do it because she's not doing it in public. The other 20% is possibly that, again, she just wants to simply expose the vampires. And she did it in a really horrible way. But again, doesn't feel like Anko's character. Again, that's the thing. Like, there's all these other options they have, and they don't feel like they're Anko. Because Anko's character is very calculative and makes sure that she does things for purpose. Maybe she just wants Nazuna's attention. In the end, she's depressed and she wants Nazuna's attention. We'll see, though. She got it. She got Nazuna's attention. I think cutting in the next episode, we're going to have quite a bit of a fall through with Anko and Nazuna's character. I'm kind of surprised that Anko did go back to that club room, seemingly probably to see Nazuna, or at least was trying to hide away there because that was a place that she always hid away before. And then she ran into Nazuna, not really expecting her to be there. But I'm hoping that Nazuna can get through to her. There could be an element of them just talking, that they just need to sit there and talk, because they didn't have that before. Anko just left after that incident happened with her parents. She didn't talk to Nazuna, and they were super close. And hopefully now they can finally talk. But, I know, crazy stuff, but we'll see next week. But that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below. If you like this content and want to support the channel more, become a member of the channel. Until next time, y'all take care.